Faced with their most dangerous rescue yet, the Gotham Knights realize that trusting each other may be the only way to save themselves and the city of Gotham. Harvey is faced with an impossible decision that could have devastating consequences. Hello, entertainment enthusiasts. This is Ray, and this is the Fandom Realm, and today I am reviewing the season finale, episode number 13 of Gotham Knights. Unfortunately, as most of you probably know, this is a series finale as well, as Gotham Knights was not picked up by CW. I'm very disappointed in that. This actually means that there are no CW shows that I'm going to be watching, and I think it's sad for the entire fantasy and supernatural genre folks, because it looks like we're going to be completely devoid of this from CW now, because basically it's all gone. It looks like maybe a half of a season of Superman and Lois, but looks like that's all. And I think that's a big hit for all of us fans. Now, before I forget, there will be spoilers, so just be aware of that. And before we get started, just to remind you of what happened in week 12, the team sprang into action after uncovering the existence of evidence that could clear their names. Harvey followed a lead that could help him finally piece together what happened the night Bruce Wayne was murdered. And with that, let's take a look at the series finale of Gotham Knights, called Night of the Owls.
So first, you were framed for killing Bruce Wayne by the same people who then framed you for killing Cressida.
Okay, so now some interrogations.
Question is, who's left to frame you now that everyone is dead?
Well, technically some of them can't die.
I don't see how these cops can think these kids did all that.
Talon, as in the nursery rhyme?
As in a brutal, sword-wielding killing machine.
Tell the truth there, girl.
Of some secret cabal?
We didn't kill them.
Then who did?
My mother.
And boy, he came along awful quick.
He has been for centuries. If she's willing to sacrifice the entire court...
I guess getting stabbed by your mother makes you realize things.
You're gonna make me beg, aren't you?
Ah, Rebecca and Harvey.
But if we were going to have a future together, I think I deserve to know that you could have fought in the Civil War.
Oh, hadn't thought about that.
More fake marriages.
You're not the Rebecca that I fell in love with.
No, she's sort of evil.
More than a few keys on the piano to bring him back.
I know.
Okay, so she wants Two-Face back.
Choose your better half, and your daughter leaves here alive.
Oh, a bomb. Good.
And immoral and just, and I have no doubt he'll do anything to save you.
Let's blow some stuff up.
I need to see my daughter, Carrie Kelly. I've been waiting 2 hours.
She's still...
Oh, Mama's in town.
The first time we've met, Mr. Hayes, I was the lead detective investigating the death of your parents.
Oh, so she's the commissioner now. We haven't seen her yet, have we?
The truth about how my parents died?
From the truth of who they were.
Uh-oh, something's up here.
Your parents were murderers, Turner. Assassins.
Oh, okay.
This is insane.
Wow, they were actually bad guys, and he's been feeling so bad.
Explosives?
Traces of nitroglycerin were found on your jacket when you were booked.
Oh, bombs, and more bombs.
You have to trust us.
Why? Because you know the location of a whole bunch of bomb-making materials?
No, because we are the Gotham Knights.
No, because of that.
And there's bad guys coming to kill us. They're a little bit creepy. They just sort of growl almost. That would have to be a little scary.
An actual father figure in your life, then none of this would have happened.
Okay, so Harvey seems to have taken the news that she's his daughter.
Starting with getting us out of this mess, I am going to make it up to you.
Okay, so with this first section of clips here, this is getting us started. I think the biggest thing here, or one of the biggest things, is the revelation that Turner's parents were bad guys. Thank God. We all knew, I hope, that Batman would not have just killed nice, innocent people, and that they were assassins trying to kill Batman. And so he actually ended up taking them out. And we also get another figure who was their handler and trainer. So we'll see how that goes in. I'm thinking we're not going to get to see much of that. Boy, I'm not a big fan of shows throwing heads everywhere.
How do we stop these things? I'm sorry, things? As in more than one?
Yeah, there's more than one now.
Because we've done it before. Because we're the Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah, Gotham Knights. Okay, here they come fighting again. I've liked most of the fight scenes. Okay, good little move there. I like that. Yeah, I think we all knew he was going to jump in there and save the guy. Okay, so Mom's getting to watch Robin do her thing. That must have been something that came from Wayne Manor. Oh no. Mama got stabbed. Ow. We're not going to kill her.
They have, and she can't operate on herself. We're just hoping second best will do.
That would definitely not be a good situation. It's interesting how he has taken such a role.
Because it's obvious.
It is?
Oh,
Yeah, totally.
like big time.
Yeah, it's obvious, but I think it's been a little forced.
There are 2 mercury tilt switches. You move this thing or deactivate it, and this thing blows.
Of course. It's always like that.
The phone's just like it.
So if Rebecca has 7 other bombs, where are they?
Excellent question. I'm sure they're going to find out.
Of course. 8 bombs. 1 for each of the skyscrapers designed by Alan Wayne. So
Were we supposed to know that, actually?
It's the bomb that sets off all the others.
So where is this mother bomb?
So, that's an interesting concept.
Yellow. I can't tell. Would you call that a mauve?
I thought bombs were your specialty.
I'm going to say this was a very long sequence.
I'm phoning back up.
Don't. You could blow us up.
It's ringing.
Using the phone on a bomb to call somebody, I don't think I've ever seen this.
I'm calling you.
You're calling me from the bomb's phone?
I think that's an excellent reaction to have.
There's an evil twin riding shotgun in his brain who occasionally likes to pop out and do things like kill his own father.
The other bombs, then, in theory, if Duella disarmed hers, all the other bombs would disarm as well.
Okay, but that would not be good for Duella.
Programming and the way these bombs are linked, if Duella disarms her bomb, then all of the others detonate.
Or maybe it would be better for Duella.
Dr. Ray says you're not out of the woods yet, but that you're a fighter.
Using the fighter words. That's not good
You're
usually.
treating with myodioxin.
The drug of last resort.
I know what Carrie's going to be looking for.
With him gone, the city is lucky to have you.
Boy, Mama turned the corner when she saw what she could do.
Gotham needs its Robin.
Okay, for this section of clips, there's a lot going on here. I think for me, the biggest thing is figuring this bomb out. And, some things here I just absolutely loved. And the biggest is I honestly don't think I've ever seen in any TV show or movie where they used the cell phone that was linked to the bomb to actually call somebody. I'm not even sure. Can you actually do that? Or does it go boom? I mean, I don't know, but it's definitely a question out there. And then just the heartfelt love between a mother and a daughter for
kaboom.
Robin.
We
there.
won't have to disarm it because he will find a way to outsmart her little scheme.
Okay, so Harvey sort of wanting Two-Face.
that? I don't want to lose you.
Duella not really wanting Two-Face.
Oh, Harvey. Harvey.
And he's back.
Duella, I swear we're gonna get you and Harvey out of this.
Yeah, well, Harvey can't come to the phone right now because he's...
Okay, so let's go get it done.
Yeah, but the question is, can we save it from Duella saving herself? I mean, we all...
I love this. This little part here is probably my favorite part of the
We blow up
day.
Wayne Tower before Duella decides to blow up the rest of the city.
Part of this episode. This is some of my favorite.
This morning I learned that Batman didn't kill my parents. They died because he was defending himself from them.
Okay, I'm glad we learned that again.
Stand there and judge somebody based on where they came from. Well, you may as well turn your backs on me, too.
Preach it, Turner.
I chose my own path. I'm here with all of you who chose your own paths, too.
That's awesome. I like them all together and choosing their own paths.
Yeah, I'm a little busy here. Not sure I got time to give you the proper thank you for saving my life.
Well, it's not what he wants to do.
I need you to evacuate the area around Wayne Tower.
I'm a little short-staffed here. I got more baddies in the hospital than...
Well, you got to get it done, dude.
Wait, Harvey. In case you haven't noticed, he's all talk. I'm the action guy. That's why I'm here. Press the button.
All right, so we're learning more about him.
You're just a dog.
Ooh, that's sort of harsh.
And Rebecca will get bored. Trust me.
All right. Yeah, I don't think Rebecca's gonna go for this.
Just like she did Lincoln.
Not overall, I don't think.
Thank you for rescuing me from that dreadful coma.
All right, Rebecca.
Or at least one of us will.
Oh, well, it's Two-Face. Ouch. Okay, so let's see about this section of clips. Really, as I said, my favorite section was basically the Knights questioning whether they can trust Duella to do the right thing, and Turner, who is deathly in love with the girl, is coming to her defense, basically explains to them that his parents were bad too, sort of like the Joker was, or Harvey, or whatever, to Duella, and so, you know, maybe they shouldn't support him if they're not going to have faith in Duella. So I like that. Also, loved sort of the portrayal of the way Two-Face
I'm not going to do
burnt.
it. I'm not going to help you cover your tracks.
I like shows where someone is aging slowly like this.
Then they don't know Duella. Neither do you.
Turner to the rescue.
Particularly the part where you're dead, too.
Oh, I just knew she was going to shoot him. Oh.
Every last bit of it. I'm sure you know what happens when you get too much of it.
I didn't even think of him coming up behind her with
These are all those
that.
times that I ran and screwed you over and nearly got you killed.
Yes, just shut up and kiss me. He's been missing you. Okay, Two-Face fighting her guards.
This is the electrum she was going to use on Harvey.
This could save my mom's life.
Some leftover electrum.
You have 5 minutes.
Guys, you need to get out of there. Surveillance shows Talon's heading your way.
I mean, we know where that Electrum's going to go. Again, guys, I just love the way he sort of tells the story in his face.
You know he was Batman.
You knew my dad in a way I never will.
I know some people don't really get that, but
The rest of my
I
dad's
love
journals.
actors
No, there's no time! They're all I have left of him. I still have so many questions.
and actresses who can really tell the story just in their face.
Turner, where are you? On my way.
So this probably wasn't the smartest idea in the world. Oh crap, she didn't die.
As long as Gotham survives, Batman's legacy will live forever.
Oh, I'm gonna be a martyr, huh? I guess that can work. Okay, who are these people? Now, when I was originally watching this, I was wondering, did they really kill him?
Did Turner make it out of there? Somebody tell me he's okay!
Even with those guys coming in, it wouldn't have been much time. So that's what I was thinking.
How are you feeling?
Okay, Mama ain't stupid here. She knows something's going on.
This morning to a skyline that is forever changed with the loss of Wayne Tower.
Okay, lots of huge things going on here. And, you know, I think the biggest thing, and it's a big up, is throwing in this surprise of these basically what looked like army guys that came in, special forces guys, and took Turner, took out Rebecca, hopefully for good, and came in there. And, you know, I thought that was sort of surprising. I'm not sure it's, I don't know. I'm a little frustrated. Of course, I know what's going to happen here. And I liked what they were setting up for a second season potentially. And I'm real sad we're not going to get to see it with where they're getting ready to go.
Come on.
All right. Again, I like this, him being able to bond.
What about Harvey Dent?
And of course, Duell, I think she's lost Turner and Harvey.
After you gave her this whole song and dance about what a monster I was.
Okay, he's come after Jane Doe. Good job.
This little coin saved my life.
Okay, yep. Caught the bullet.
Tails, you live. And heads, you don't.
Oh, that little move there with the fingers. Love that.
Oh, Jane.
I love that's a great little origin story there. And we're done with Jane Doe.
Turner said we clear our names.
Couldn't believe it then.
So they are now cleared. So what's going to happen? And I really like this poster. I think that's going to be my thumbnail.
Legal defense and mom's rehab. No way they're gonna pay for my school anymore.
Yeah, she's got some issues because of her parents.
You hate the Gotham Knights. You hate the name.
Yeah, but Turner didn't.
But Turner did. And I cared about him.
So that's important, and that she's really in love.
Why not?
It's what Bat Brat would want.
Oh, yes, I'm glad they used that. I've loved that little saying, Bat Brat. Okay, where are they at? Okay, so Turner is alive.
My name is Henri Ducat.
Mr. Henry.
Ah, Ducat. That's the one that ran his parents.
And I taught Bruce Wayne.
Taught Bruce Wayne, so he was trying to get rid of Bruce Wayne using the parents.
You don't have one anymore.
And my friends?
Everyone you knew thinks you're dead.
Ugh, yeah, that is going to be a problem. Okay, everybody. On this series of clips here, the big thing is just this is bringing everything to an end and having the Gotham Knights still be there and be ready to go, even though Turner has basically been kidnapped and taken to Ducat's mansion or estate or whatever it is, probably to be trained some more. So the sad thing is we're not really going to get to see where that would go. Now, with that is all of our recap, and so we're going to get started really quickly into the review portion of the video. And the review portion, for those, if this is your first time, basically I just tell you ups and downs, positives, negatives, do a little ranting and raving if I need to, and sort of go over what we saw here today. And I'm also going to probably mention some things from the series overall, and especially since this was a series finale. Okay, let's just talk about probably some negatives, or probably the one negative that I saw, especially in this episode. There were little things here and there that were, I mean, it's nitpicky, but you're like, would that really work like that? Okay, would the cops really have thought that these kids who Turner had a sword, what's-his-face, Rebecca's son had a sword, none of that would have had blood on it, and all those Court of Owls people had their throats slit. They would have had no evidence that, I mean, that's bloody. You slit somebody's throat like that can be bad, and yet none of them had any blood. So thinking they did those crimes, I don't know if that made a lot of sense. But I know I've seen a lot of people who have trashed this series complain about, well, you know, yeah, there's no way they would have thought they killed Bruce Wayne either. Well, that's a lot more realistic, I think. They saw the kids looking down. He had fallen through a window. It wasn't that like they had stabbed him and or he died of a stab wound and all of them had swords that had no blood. Okay, so I think there are just little issues here, little nitpicky things, but I don't think it really brought down the episode as a whole, because I still really enjoyed this episode. Positives, okay, and these are positives, just little things throughout, okay. Carrie's mom sort of coming to support her because she sees how important she's going to be for Gotham. You have Cullen and the male police officer with sort of a bond or a relationship there, something that I think Cullen really needs and craves. Because of his background, I think he's wanting that, in that situation, sort of an older male figure. We know that Cullen has, I don't know, we still haven't seen anything about some of the things he had mentioned to Turner about caring for him and things like that. So what was that really? So I'm not really sure where that went, but he's in a need for those type of relationships. I absolutely loved the turn of Harvey Dent into Two-Face, and I guess that was acid in the face, and him using the coin that had saved his life, and then getting rid of Jane Doe. So thankfully we are done with her. I really liked all of that. I will say I'm sort of neutral about the fight scene in the jail. I was expecting a little more from that scene. It seemed like they won awful quick over the Talons, especially with Harper bringing in that special weapon. I wanted to see maybe a little more for Turner, and oh God, I can't remember his name, Rebecca's son. I wanted to see them use those swords a little bit more and get an advantage. And I think that might be one of the little things that I will nitpick on the whole series is while we saw lots of fights, and I liked most of the fights, I thought they were well done and well choreographed in most situations, but you still had a situation where I don't know that I believe to an A+ level that Turner would have been that type of swordsman, okay? They didn't show us that. I don't think we got the first 5 minutes of the show. He was basically qualifying for what states. It's not like he was a world champion fencer. Okay, but that's one of those little nitpicky things that I don't sort of drop a movie or a TV series for, and a lot of that's because that stuff's in pretty much every TV series, every movie out there. Okay, and I would have liked fights to maybe have gone to a next type level. If you ask me, how would I improve it? I would have improved the fights and made them a little more brutal, a little tougher to win. And I know this is a CW show, so the brutality only goes so far. But I mean, they cut somebody's head off and threw it in the jail. Okay, and they showed basically the head. So I think they could have been a little more brutal. Also with that, making the Talon a little bit more evil. If I'm wanting to make things a little better, you all know by listening, I am big on the idea of making sure your bad guys are really bad. And I think we established early on the Court of Owls, the Talons as bad, but I'm not sure we ever took it to the level of, they are a risk for society, and you need the Gotham Knights. And then while the reveal of Rebecca being the leader of the Court of Owls and being, so old, basically immortal at this point, I'm not sure they shouldn't have given us some hints to that early on or done some things to make her look a little more brutal. I just think that may have taken this from, I give the series, well, I'll talk about that in a second, but where I have the series, there are a lot of little bitty things that you could add up to that may have gotten this up another grade level that actually would have made it even tougher for CW to have canceled the show. Okay, but there were enough little things here and there, although I completely enjoyed the show. I can't grade it as an A. Okay, there were enough little issues here and there, but it was really good. Trying to think, I really like also Turner and Duella, and sort of Turner's faith in her, and then there at the end, sort of mirroring that with Duella saying, hey, Turner believed in the Gotham Knights, so she will too. I really like how all of that went. And so with that, I think I talked about most of the other things during the different sections. So I'm going to cut our review off at this point especially of this episode. Overall, I do want to give a grade to this episode. I'll give this episode a B+. Okay, I thought it went pretty well. A B+, A- range is fine for me on this. And with that, I'm going to give the entire series a B+. Okay, it just never got to that level of must-watch TV. Okay, to me, B level's really good. Anything B+, it's really good. But I just never could get those episodes up into the A, the A-, the A+ range. And I just mentioned in that little rant some of the little reasons why. I thought the cast's chemistry was excellent. I loved when they were fighting together. I loved when they were basically pairing up. I thought that gave us a lot of good character development. But, in the end, you also had the little things with, we needed the Court of Owls framed a little bit more differently. They killed Cressida, but, maybe they needed to have had an extra member of the gang that got killed early on. Something to make us realize these guys are serious, okay, and you can get killed, all right? Just bringing Brody, is that his name? Just bringing him back, I think was a little bit of a mistake because it shows there's no negative effects if something happens, okay? But lots of little things like that, all right? Now, with that, giving the series a B+, I really enjoyed it. I know there are a lot of haters out there, and, I really feel bad for those people who just have hated on this series. I have seen some horrible things written about the writers, the actors, and I'll be honest, I don't see any of that I'm not sure what show some of these people were watching. I'm sure they think of the same thing about me. I really enjoyed it. I think one of the big things that was a criticism was that, it doesn't have any characters we really know, especially the good guys. It killed Batman in the first 5 minutes of the first episode, but my issue is, and I'm sorry I'm going on a little bit longer here. My issue is, we have all these people out there who are complaining and moaning about how, especially superhero genre movies, whether it's DC, whether it's Marvel, anything like that, constantly complain about we don't get any new ideas. We just keep copying the same thing. And I think in this series, they took a big gamble. They took a bunch of kid characters that nobody really knew of. Okay, maybe there's some things about Joker's daughter, and there's some other things out there. But you basically took a cast and a story that nobody knew, and they took a swing. And instead of people embracing it as a new story, we didn't know what was going to go on. Instead of people embracing it as a new story, they attacked it from the start, and that really disappointed me. And I'm going to tell you, they didn't. Some of those people have been very nasty about some of the different things, the LGBTQ parts of the story, especially that with Cullen, and then there at the end with Rebecca and Harper. Okay, what's it hurt, people? Okay, I don't understand people sometimes. But with that, as I said, I really like the show. I'm going to miss it. I hope we can find some other new genre material here to take a look at. But with that, the future of the fandom realm here, guys, I just want to mention this real quick, and I'll put it on my next couple videos as well. Videos might not be quite as steadily coming out as they were probably for maybe the next month. I am actually getting ready to move and take a teaching position somewhere, and with that, I've got to move and sell a house. So while I'm going to be continuing to follow a Heartstopper, we're going to continue season 1. I'm also going to finish off the Queen Charlotte. I think we have 2 episodes of that left, and that should lead us into early August and Heartstopper season 2. And I will add something else in there, probably to get us to being able to do 2 videos a week, and that's what I'm going to try to get down to, and at least until I get settled in my new apartment and do things at that point. Okay, we're still headed for 400 subscribers, so please do your part. I challenge you, hit that subscribe button, comment below so we can talk about what all happened during Gotham Knights, and then just smash that like button, guys. I appreciate all your help and all your attention and all your views and all your likes, and have a great day. I'll see you next time on the Fandom Realm.